It's a pleasure, Colin Jackson. We are here with an absolute legend of athletics. But first, let's talk about this event, Wins for Life. You are the director. And what do you think are the biggest challenge of organize this kind of event?
Well, Wings for Life World Run, from the very initial concept, has been always going to be a challenge for us to get over the line, the message to people. Why are we running? What is the event about? Where is the money going that we raise during the particular event? So from the very beginning, it was a challenge. And every single year, that challenge doesn't go away. We still have to keep reminding people who we are and why we're raising the money. But of course, when you come up with a new idea, which is basically having the finish line come towards the athletes and not the athletes run towards a finish line, already you're starting off making people think a little bit. So for us, one of the challenges was to get that going. And once people understood that, that allows you, whether you only run 200 meters or 75 kilometers, you can be part of the same race. So we always got challenges to articulate the message. We always want people to know who we are. And so we never stop.
And what does you bring together? A lot of locations, also a lot of people. What does a charity event of this kind evolve, and what is going to be new for this year? For example, in Valencia, but also in all the cities that is going to be running for this event.
Yeah, I think one of the key factors for us is that we are generally a global event. So people may think, well, how does that work? Well, you all start 11 o'clock UTC, which will be 1 o'clock here. And that is the official start time. So it doesn't matter where in the world you are, 11 o'clock UTC is the start of your race. And I think this is one of the things people now get to understand, is that that's what makes it truly global. But you have these really strange situations, like in Japan, of course, when you work out the start time, when they actually finish, they finish the next day on the 11th of May, not on the 10th. So we love this aspect of our race. So I think this is one of the things that really galvanizes the world. But if we're going to reach our goal of 1 million participants, we realize we can't have 1 million people out in streets in flagship events. It just would be too big a challenge. Hence the reason why we have organized app runs, which are much smaller than the flagship events, but also allows you to have your individual app run, allows you to do and take part just from stepping outside your door. So for us, this is what kind of makes things so unique for us as a running event. And even if you run on the app, individual, organized, or flagship, your results count. We put them all together. Now, the app itself allows you to do training runs. There's lots of nice little things you can see. You can see people who are locally training for the same event as you. All these type of things we try to bring on board to make the community feel they are one community.
Let's talk about the concept, because it's something really weird for someone like you that is used to cross the finish line, right?
The event, because the catcher car, it's the finish line, is 30 minutes, starts 30 minutes after all the runners. It allows people like myself, who comes from the world of sprinting, who may be intimidated by distance, to participate, because, you can use your 30 minutes the way that you want to use your 30 minutes. You can go off slowly. You can go off quickly. You can walk. You can brake. You can do anything you want to get ahead of the catcher car. But as soon as the catcher car catches you, that's the end of your race. And like I say, it could be at 1 kilometer. It could be at 70 kilometers, depending how good you are as a runner.
I also want to talk about your discipline, the hurdles, and one man in particular, that is Enrique Llopis, that won the silver medal. What do you think about Llopis and the achievement that in total?
Oh, he's a great high hurdler, there's no doubt about it. And I love the fact that he's so consistent. Remember, he won silver at the European Championships, he's placed at the World Championships, etc. So, I mean, he's what I describe one of the most consistent high hurdlers at this moment in time. And consistency will always really be the most important thing. So, you can have people who are sprinting faster than him, who may be technically better than him, but unless you can put it all together, then it's really no point of having all those individual things. And what Enrique does so well is consistently apply and run up to form. So if he's coming to a competition with indoors, for example, with 7.40, you know in the final he's going to deliver 7.40, no argument. And this is the type of things that I absolutely love about him.
What do you think your discipline changed over the years since you retired, for example?
I think technology, kit technology is huge. And that's making a massive difference, I think, in performances. It allows athletes to recover better. Again, this is one of the things that are really important. And I think I've enjoyed watching our events, each event, sprinting, hurdling, throwing, distance running, middle distance running, all improve. You know, the level just being raised courtesy of that. It's great to see.
But your times are still very, very competitive.
They're all right, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe there are more technology, but the times in your discipline.
Yeah. I mean, I think, yeah. It's. I think what the biggest difference now that technology has given us is more people getting closer to those marks. So, you know, back in the day, you know, if I was running 12.9, I was really out there on my own. While nowadays you'll have a lot more people, maybe 10 or 11 people who can run around that kind of time, which makes it more competitive. And so I think technology has allowed that to happen. And I think that's a good thing. Absolutely. It means there's no respite for you. You've got to be on every single race. And now as somebody watches and is a fan, I love it.
You not only won medals in hurdles, you also in sprinting, and you were a decathlete in decathlon at the beginning of your career. Which discipline you will choose if you had to pick one? Not hurdles, for sure.
Long jump.
Long jump.
Long jump was my favorite event. I always wanted to do and be a long jumper, and I spent a lot of time practicing that. But I never had the opportunity really to shine in long jump, which for me is a bit of a shame. But I would have never been the best, but it was an event that I enjoyed. Yeah.
Since you retired, you never stopped working, for example, as a director here or in television. How's your sporting career helped you in the next step after you retired?
Massively. I think being an athlete gives you so many things that you don't really appreciate whilst you're an athlete. You really show the world how dedicated, how committed you can be. You can show the world really that you can apply yourself to work when things are not going well. All these little traits, all these little things that you learn from sport, you can definitely apply in the outside world of sport. And I think that's really important. And as a performing athlete, I had no idea that all these little magic things will make a difference and help me in my future career.
Just the last two questions. The first one, what do you think about the current state now of world athletics, comparing your time?
Yeah, I think I love our sport of athletics still. I see it now more like a fan. So I watch it as a fan, and I just love time after time after time how the athletes constantly impress me. You know, every meet I watch, I don't think it can get any better. And every meet, it gets better. And I never kind of work out how that happens. So as an exciting fan, I think it's wonderful. I mean, we are generally, and I want to say this, non-biased, but we are generally a global sport. You know, if you look at the medal table, you'll see that so many nations are winning medals, which means that truly we are a global sport.
And I left the last one, maybe is the most controversial question. But what do you think about the Olympic Committee decision about biological women, that only biological women can compete with in women's events?
Yeah, I think they made a rule. They went through. I don't think it was an easy decision for them to make because of what potentially could be the backlash for them in that sense. But I mean, they've spent many years going through the whole process, and then they made the decision. And they made a decision that they want to stand by. And if that's those are the rules, and that's the way you've got to play within them, then people who are doing sport will realize these are where we're at, and that's what we got to do.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.